Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com. This is Greg Van Meter along with Derek Decker. We are at the Castle again tonight. Kind of nice being back home, Derek, as your Lady Knights take on the Lady Patriots from Jay County. Jay County making the 45-minute or so drive up from the Portland area. Come into this one, I believe, 12-7. And, of course, your Lady Knights, after the big win over Belmont the other night, now at 13-5 on the season. And most importantly, as it relates to that game, 5-0 in the conference with just two more to play. So the Knights finishing up their non-conference schedule. They still got a couple of conference games left in New Haven and East Noble. Is this the last non-conference game, Derek?
There is one more non-conference game in there. Of course, Norwell will take on Lures, and that should be a terrific one. And that's a really good game to be a part of, considering that Lures, as you mentioned the other night, is probably going to be the favorite coming into the sectional. Well, I took a look at the Sagarin updated through this weekend, and Norwell has the edge by one spot. They are 68 and 69, respectively, overall in the state of Indiana. So Norwell currently the favorite to win that sectional, but the top four teams of Norwell, Belmont, Marion, and Lures, not necessarily in that order, are all going to compete. And then you've got the bottom tier this year of Mississinawa, Columbia City, and Heritage. So it's really a four-team race. And, again, we've talked about it so many times, the draw plays a huge factor, especially in a seven-team sectional now, which Norwell is not accustomed to. They've had a six-team sectional for as many years as I can recall now. It might be their first time ever being in a seven-team sectional. I think it might be. And this is going to be around at least for a couple years, we know, with the Columbia City ordeal, them moving up in boys but not in girls, so kind of an interesting deal there. But, Columbia City all those games are going to be tight just because they're sectional games, and you don't see a lot of blowouts typically in the sectional. Typically games are lower scoring, things of that nature. But, I think Coach Thornton talked about it when I discussed things with him earlier this afternoon as well, and he said this is a very good prep week for them because they didn't get any practice time between Saturday and today with the weather causing some problems yesterday. No after-school activities were able to be allowed yesterday. So what that means is basically this is a Friday-Saturday sectional type game. You play your semifinal, you have no prep time, maybe a morning walkthrough, and that's about it. You don't get to watch a whole lot of film or anything on your next opponent. You're just trying to win in advance. And this is two solid quality programs that you're talking about playing, two sectional type of teams in Belmont, who is in the sectional, and then Jay County, who's a sectional type team. So I think this is a very telling a week here for the Lady Knights. Similar to last year, the Patriots blew out Norwell. That game was tight at halftime, and then Norwell, I believe, struggled to get to double digits in the second half. It was a 47-33 Jay County win, and very surprisingly, and this might be the biggest disparity for any team that Norwell plays this year, Jay County leads the 15-year series 8-2, and Norwell has gone quite some time without beating the Patriots after the 23-3 year. They went a long time without playing them, of course, but they used to be on the schedule, and then they got back on last year. So I think this is good for a Norwell team to play Jay County. Sometimes the Patriots' records, we know, can be a little bit inflated because they don't play a lot of tough competition, especially on the boys' side. But the girls' side likes to expand their range a little bit more, opening the season at Guerin Catholic. Now their girls' team struggles a little bit. But those type of teams, they're willing to put this is a team we're talking about here that beat Concordia. So this is and Belmont, by the way. So this is a very, very quality basketball team. They gave Homestead a very good run until the fourth quarter, hung with them, similar to what Norwell did. So definitely the Patriots, no pushover game. And Coach Thornton really talked about how important it is to be able to respond and not have a lapse after arguably their best game of the season against Belmont, and it was also the most important game. So you've got to make sure not to have a lapse here tonight.
Well, and Jay County, of course, coming off a tough loss in the finals of the ACAC tournament to South Adams, a team that they had beaten just a few weeks ago. Of course, that game was at home. They beat them by 9. Then they lost to them by 10 in the tournament on Saturday night, and that was at South Adams.
Right.
So quite a different. South Adams, it is definitely a home court advantage at South Adams.
Without a doubt, Norwell. This is the last year that Norwell will play South Adams. Coach Thornton and I talked about that. But they last year, Norwell went there and had that game firmly in control, but South Adams just will not go away. They are very good at home, and you're right, they're certainly a different team, and Stardome's a tough place to play.
Norwell is a 6-point favorite tonight, as Sagarin says. Norwell 53, Jay County 47. Now, those numbers have gotten quite a bit more accurate as the season has gone on. They were a little bit off in the Belmont game the other night, but Norwell played extremely well. Logan Riles was an outlier in that game in that. She just played a fantastic basketball game. As good a game as I've seen her play.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and agree with the 6-point Sagarin prediction here tonight. I think that's probably pretty reasonable. This Norwell team has proved it's very consistent scoring the basketball, I think even more so than a lot of Norwell teams of the past. This team, sometimes, especially on the girls' side, you can have a bad night and really struggle to get out of the 30s. This team has only done that once. They have scored 50 or more in all but 3 games this season. That's very consistent for ladies basketball, especially here at Norwell, where you're talking about a defensive-minded group and defensive-minded coach, staff, everything like that. But they've been able to put the biscuit in the basket. It's been very effective. They're averaging 57 points a game, second highest in the last number of years, only behind that 23-3 team. So this is a real fun team to watch. They're very entertaining and really trying to put out a nice close to the season, going right now coming into this one, winning 6 of their last 7.
The interesting thing to me about this team is, as young as they are, they have a number of scoring threats. Maya Shelton comes in the other night, drops 11 on 4 shots.
In the second quarter.
Yeah, in the second quarter, and really put an end to any doubt in that one at that point. Logan Riles goes off for 25. You've got Kaylee Felling, who was not hitting against Belmont. A lot of potential reasons for that, but ball wasn't going in the basket for her. But she's capable of putting up a big night. Aubrey Dunnick is capable of putting up a big night. So when you've got multiple threats to score, I think these girls are starting to figure out the power in that and how it can really play to their advantage no matter who it is that they're going up against.
Yeah, and I think this is this is turning into, at least it looks that way with 4 games left on the regular season slate. It looks like it's turning into a trademark Coach Thornton team, and they're playing their best basketball right now. Yeah. They're really starting to figure things out. And also, to your point on kids that can score, I mean, Brielle Wilson can drop. If she gets hot, she can drop 5 threes, 6 threes in a game. So that's certainly not out of the question. This team has shot it much better as of late, especially from outside, and a lot of that credited to Maya Shelton on Saturday night. But really, I mean, that's a big part of this Lady Knights game. But they've also proven that they can win without it. They went on the road in a conference game at Columbia City, didn't hit a 3, and was still able to be victorious. So,
yeah, it's been fun to watch them evolve. I don't think they're done evolving yet. It's an every game process. But for this team to be 13-5 with a freshman in the starting lineup, only 2 seniors on the roster. Number one, it's a testament to good youth coaching as well, but also to Coach Thornton and the way he's able to get his ladies to buy in to what it is he's trying to get them to do.
Yeah, absolutely. This team certainly appears to be sold out for Coach Thornton. We talked a little bit before the game about the future of this program, and the future is very bright. This team has a lot coming.
I guess so.
Also mentioned in the JV game tonight, Norwell victorious there, 48-25, got out to a 20-0 start. Really, Jay County really struggled, so it's interesting to see that. This is a very senior and veteran group. We are going to have a live performance of the National Anthem this evening, presented by Shauna and Michaela Edmondson, students here at Norwell. So we're certainly happy to do that, and we'll bring that to you right now.
Excellent job by the Edmondson girls. And we will now turn it over to public address announcer tonight, Andy McLean, for your starting lineups.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's varsity contest. First for Jay County, and Coach Kirk Comer. Number 5 is senior Brianna Mullenkamp. Number 20 is junior Kendra Mullenkamp. Number 22, senior Hannah Alt. Number 30 is junior Hannah Dillon. Rounding up the starting lineup, number 44, junior Shelby Caldwell, the Jay County Lady Patriots. Now for our own Norwell Lady Knights. Number 10, she's a senior, Rita Wilson. Number 12, junior Aubrey Dunn. Number 24, she's a freshman, Kaylee Philly. Number 32 is sophomore, Brianne Parker. Rounding up the starting lineup for Coach Gordon is number 42, senior Logan Rao.
There's Andy McLean with your starting lineups. Jamie Feldheiser not able to be here this evening, so Andy filling in more than capably. And once again, those starters, first for Jay County and head coach Kirk Comer. It's Brianna Mullenkamp and Kendra Mullenkamp, senior and a junior respectively, and then Hannah Alt, Hannah Dillon, and Shelby Caldwell. For your Lady Knights, it's Brielle Wilson, Aubrey Dunnick, Kaylee Filling, Brianne Barger, and Logan Rouse. For head coach Eric Thornton. Barger in the center circle.
Jeff Lytle, Jack Rupley, E.J. Carroll, the Fort Wayne crew here this evening.
And Aubrey able to control the tip. Coach Thornton was telling me a little bit about this defense. It's different. It certainly looks like a zone.
Yeah, it's kind of a morphing type of deal, and Norwell's got to be able to handle the pressure. Coach Thornton talked about how that's one of the most important things tonight. And then defensively, Norwell's going to try to run triangle and 2 again. And that's interesting. He said that's just because it's fresh in his mind. Not being able to practice definitely played a part in that.
There's Norwell able to come up with a basketball, but Filling couldn't quite control it, so we'll not give either team a turnover on that play. Filling with the miss on the other end to start things off.
Pretty light crowd after one of our best crowds of the season on Saturday night.
That's Kendra Mullenkamp handling the ball up top. Her and Brianna, her sister, I believe they're sisters, as with the miss there was number 30, Hannah Dillon. Barger pulled down the rebound. Lady Knights head the other way, and it almost looks like a 3-2 zone that they're running. Barger with a 3, no good. Chased down by number 20, Kendra Mullenkamp, and she turns it over. So neither shot from Norwell particularly close at this point. 0 for 2 from the field. 6:54 left in this first quarter. Wilson in the lane can't get it to go. The rebound was pulled down by Caldwell for the Patriots. And it is quiet in here this evening, Derek.
Sure is.
That is Brianna Mullenkamp.
It almost looked like a pass.
Yeah, it did. In the corner, that's Shelby Caldwell for a 3. I thought she had her foot on the line.
Well, that's a little bit of a concern. A couple early offensive boards here for Jay County.
Norwell yet to get on the scoreboard, and that's thrown away. No chance for Filling to track it down. And the Knights' first turnover gives it back to Jay County. Actually, there was another shot in there. It was Mullenkamp that missed it. So Jay County at 1 for 4 from the field. And a couple of offensive rebounds already. There's another long bomb by Caldwell. This one's no good. Dunnick pulls it down and gets fouled.
Well, it's become clear here in the first few possessions so far tonight, Jay County has been very perimeter-oriented, and they're really settling for threes. They've only gotten one to go down. But this team can shoot it pretty well. We were talking about Caldwell before the game. She's a post player and has some really good post moves. She's strong inside, bigger than just about anybody on the floor except for Barger. But she is not afraid to step out and shoot the three, and she can hit it at a pretty decent clip.
Just a junior is Caldwell. In fact, they start 3 juniors. There's the backdoor play. Dunnick, that's Dunnick in there. She can't get it to go. And the rebound pulled down by Caldwell. So the Knights with a lid on the bucket so far, 0 for 4 from the field.
And that was created by a fumbled pass there. If Dunnick catches that cleanly,
right,
it's likely a layup.
Yeah. And there's another turnover on the Patriots. The steal by Dunnick, and they turn it right back over. Caldwell the other way. Leaves it for the 3 ball. And the offensive rebounds pulled down by Hannah Dillon. There's another steal by the Knights. Quickly the other way. Wilson gets it to go, and the Knights are on the board. Boy, they are really jacking up the 3-ball shots, Derek. They're now 1 for 5 from 3, and another turnover gives it back to the Lady Knights. 4 turnovers already on Jay County. Yeah, how about we put that on the scoreboard? That'd be good. Thank you, Derek. Just under 5 minutes left here in this first quarter. Not a lot of offense. A lot of opportunities, just not many converted at this point.
A few turnovers as well for both teams.
Total of 6 between the two of them. Wilson will try to drive, can't get the shot to go, and Caldwell pulls down another rebound. I've got her for 4 rebounds already. Quickly the other way was Mullenkamp with the miss. Pulling it down and hitting the shot was Hannah Alt. It's a 5-2 Jay County lead. Norwell not real efficient offensively so far in this one. Might be a little lagged, as you mentioned, Derek. Dunnick got free for the shot, picked up the foul. She'll go to the line. It'll be the first free throws of the game.
Yeah, and sometimes it does kind of take some time again to get your sea legs under you after a big-time performance. And Coach Thornton talked about how you just can't replicate the type of atmosphere that you had in here on Saturday, a much bigger crowd, much higher stakes. This is a midweek non-conference game that doesn't really mean a whole lot in terms of how the season plays out, but it means a lot in how effective you're going to be foreshadowing the tournament.
Gwen Olmsted checks into the Jay County lineup. She's a 5'8 junior and done it good on both free throws. Good to see that.
Yeah.
Norwell trails by 1. Just under 4 minutes left in this first quarter. On the wing is Mullenkamp, and she throws it away. Good anticipation there by Dunnick to get the steal. Really opened up nicely on the cut. Filling goes to the short corner, and Dunnick travels.
Yeah, Dunnick just slipped and still had the basketball. Tried to get rid of it quick, but couldn't quite get rid of it quick enough before her feet fell out from under her.
Lauren Bales and Maya Shelton check in for the Knights. Filling and Barger take a seat. Norwell, man-to-man defense, that's what they started out in. They're staying in it so far.
Yeah, and I'm surprised. I thought maybe they'd be in that triangle and 2 again, and they will probably employ that at some point.
Jay County just kind of swinging it around Norwell's defense at this point. Not a lot of cutting going on. Oh, that could have been a travel. No call. 22 with a very difficult shot. Hannah Alt misses, and Logan Rouse pulls down the rebound and draws a foul. It's Logan's first rebound. Hannah Alt picks up her first foul. 3 fouls now on Jay County, none yet called on Norwell. 5-4 here, 5 minutes in. Shelton thought about the 3. Was obviously very effective from out there Saturday night. Oh, nice cut down the lane by Rouse, no foul called. And pulling down the rebound was Olmsted. Quickly the other way, that's going to be a foul on Aubrey Dunnick. Got to be on the floor, no shot was taken. It'll be Aubrey's first foul and the team's first as well. Checking back in for Jay County is Hannah Dillon. Dillon 0 for 2 right now. Both of her shots were from beyond the arc. She's got the basketball. In the corner is that was 44. Shelby Caldwell again hits her second three, and it's an 8-4 lead.
Yeah, again, not afraid to shoot it from out there is Caldwell.
Yeah. There's Shelton for 3. That's her spot as Maya Shelton pulls the Knights back to within 1.
Heat streak continues for Shelton.
Yeah, boy, she's looking a lot more confident out there. Wide open from the top of the key is number 10, Hannah Phillips. So Phillips gets her first points, and boy, it is a 3-shooting festival right now for Jay County, and Dunnick throws it away again. That's going to be another turnover on the Lady Knights, their 4th. Brianne Barger will check in and replace Dunnick. Checking into the Jay County lineup is Brianna Mullenkamp. She's back in there. So we've got a couple of Mullenkamps, Brianna and Kendra. They swing it around again to Caldwell. That one wasn't particularly close, and Barger pulls down the rebound. That was an air ball as the Norwell boys are chanting, and the Knights come up with another turnover. That's 5 now. Nice pass underneath. That was Alt with the assist, and Hannah Phillips with the basket. 30-second timeout called by Coach Thornton. We'll take it along with him and talk about a couple of our sponsors here. To help you on your journey to health and wellness, Dr. Josh Bell at Corrective Chiropractic offers individualized treatment plans for patients of all ages. He is also a provider of doctor-supervised rapid weight loss system. To learn more, call 260-353-1400. Also, experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer, with locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. Find them online at troxelequipment.com. Norwell will have the basketball.
The Knights have to do a better job closing out on the three-point shooters. And granted, about half of Jay County's shots have been forced and just kind of taken out of rhythm. But they've had several good looks, especially the one from the top of the key that put them up 11-7. That was a pretty good look. That was from Phillips. So you've got to find a way to be a little more disciplined on the three-point shooting.
That was Bales with the three-pointer. And Shelton able to pull down the offensive rebound, but lost the basketball. Quickly the other way is Brianna Mullenkamp, and she scores her first 2. Six turnovers now on the Lady Knights. And a foul, I believe, is going to be called underneath. I didn't see that one, Derek.
No, I thought that was pretty good straight-up defense. Not sure what the defenders were supposed to do, and it's the second on Dillon, so that's probably going to take her out of the game for quite some time here.
She's replaced by Hannah Alt, who re-enters for Coach Comer. 47 points, 2 seconds left here in this first quarter. Barger with a kick out to Bales. Knights will reset their offense. Rouse has been very quiet here in this first quarter. They tried to force it into her there, and it's another turnover. That's 7 on the Knights here. That's Alt from the wing, and Hannah Alt gets her second basket. It's an 10-point Jay County lead. Norwell is having trouble with turnovers at the moment. That's Shelton in the corner. Bales will swing it back around with 13 seconds left. Shelton open for 3. This one's short, and Olmstead pulls down the rebound. 4 seconds the other way. That's up top, number 20, and they count the basket. Kendra Mullenkamp just kind of threw it in off her hip. Jay County with a late run there in the first quarter. They lead by 12. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
A new adventure awaits. Above the clouds, beneath the waves, among the rocks. Powered by the light around us, each moment of time is precious. Go higher, deeper, further. Pursue your dreams. Powered by light. Any light never needs a battery. Citizen ProMaster. Go beyond.
Daniel's Jewelers, North Main Street, Bluffton, where personal attention and trust become part of the memory.
Welcome back to the Castle. We are through one quarter, and it was all Jay County through one. It's 19-7. The Lady Patriots have opened up a 12-point lead after the buzzer beater. They scored the last 11 points of the quarter after Norwell had closed the gap to 8-7. They've led the entire way, and they scored right there at the buzzer. So it was a big end to that quarter for the Patriots, and they've got a 12-point lead on the road.
And Norwell's trap now in play. Alt underneath. Her pass is picked off.
Yep.
You may see more of that 1-3-1.
Yeah, the Lady Knights are going to have to try to create some more turnovers.
Well, the Patriots got 16 shots to Norwell's 10, made 8 of them to Norwell's 2 in the first quarter. Barger opened for 3 and throws up another air ball.
Barger still 0 for on the season.
That was Brianna Mullenkamp with the rebound. She'll take the 3 on the other end, no good. And Rouse with good position underneath pulls down the rebound.
Nice pass.
Filling finds Wilson. Wilson. That's Dunnick on the drive and called for traveling. Norwell fans not happy about it as Shelby Caldwell will check back in for Jay County. The only player with foul trouble to this point is Hannah Dillon for the Patriots. Rand Barger at the top of that 1-3-1. And almost picked off by Filling. Instead, on the drive, a good drive. However, the shot was missed. 2 shots missed by number 20. And Brielle Wilson comes out of there with it.
Well, the Knights are beginning to play a little more tenacious after the... well, frankly, though, that should have been a bucket as she got right to the rim with relative ease.
Boy, she was really had a burst of speed as Wilson misses another 3.
Yeah, not a good look either in the offense.
Lady Knights now 1 for 5. Caldwell launches another one, and Barger pulls down the rebound. There's a whistle.
Jump ball. It'll go back to the Lady Knights. Norwell is really struggling to get in any kind of flow at all on offense. So this has become an interesting development. The Patriots are really defending the Lady Knights well.
Patriots just launching shots. Now 3 of 11 from beyond the arc. There's a good pass into Rouse, and she's going to be called for traveling. The Knights fans wanting a foul on the floor.
Coach Thornton not pleased.
Wanting the foul called, and I don't blame him. It looked like Logan was tripped as opposed to traveling. And there's another turnover. Dunnick stepping into the passing lane. She'll head hard the other way. Looked like she was getting roughed up a little bit there. Barger. And that's going to be a foul. They finally call one. This is going to be number 2 on Shelby Caldwell. It's been a real physical game so far.
It has, and frankly, aside from a couple of calls, I really like the way it's been called.
Yeah.
I don't have any problem with that at all.
Yeah, they've been consistent.
Yeah, absolutely. So I don't have an issue with that. And the fouls are 5-1. Norwell, I think, has been with the end of that first quarter there, they were a lot less aggressive on defense, and I think that's why you see the foul disparity.
There's Rouse getting free in the lane and scoring.
That was good defense by Jay County again, forcing Rouse to go over her, but she was able to finish anyways.
Norwell with the first points of the second quarter. And streaking down the lane was number 20, Kendra Mullenkamp.
Boy, Greg, Mullenkamp with a little burst of speed after splitting the defense there, and she scores.
Yeah, she's got a really quick first step. Wilson launches another 3. This wasn't particularly close, but Rouse able to pull down the offensive rebound. Filling will reset the offense. Wilson There's that short corner pass. They swing it around to Filling. Wilson open for three again and off again, but Barger pulls down another offensive rebound. Into the lane, Filling. Now to Rouse. Rouse stripped and fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line. I think that's going to be on Brianna Mullenkamp.
Yep.
Her first. That is now the 6th team foul on Jay County. Norwell with just one. Aubrey Dunnick picking up that lone foul at this point. Rouse, first free throw, nothing but net.
Well, Norwell trying to scrounge for points right now. They're having a hard time coming by any, but they're doing a nice job of finishing where they can. And Rouse has had to earn every point she's gotten so far.
Maya Shelton checks back in for Wilson. And Rouse now. Norwell perfect from the line, 4 for 4. Brielle Wilson's going to check back in, and Brianne Barger is going to take a seat. Get some instruction from Coach Thornton. Under 5 minutes left in this first half. Hannah Alt, very quick off the dribble.
Yeah.
She's a senior. She's got the basketball and loses it there. Quick jump ball called. It'll stay Jay County's ball.
It will, but Norwell's defensive intensity has really turned it up. Mullenkamp saved Jay County on that last possession because the Knights nearly had her trapped, but then she was able to get out of it and then go for a layup.
Yep. And, of course, Kendra is the junior. Brianna, the senior of the Mullenkamp girls. Oh, my goodness. Olmsted was wide open. The Knights get the turnover, Filling the other way, and it'll remain the Knights' ball.
I have been real impressed with Jay County's defense so far. It's been good. I mean, they're doing a lot of things right. Simply like that, not settling for the foul. Nice inbounds, though, as Dunnick scores, assist Wilson.
Yeah, she just got behind the defense a little bit. Norwell has Jay County's lead now down to 8, trapping all over the floor. That's Mullenkamp in the short corner. Alt tries to get it inside to Olmsted, and Olmsted with another turnover, and the Knights turn it right back. In the lane, no good. That was Brianna Mullenkamp with the miss, and Dunnick pulled down the rebound. Quickly the other way, Filling can't get it to go, and it's taken out of there by Jay County. Again, Mullenkamp the other way, and again she gets the layup to go.
She's got a real soft touch.
It almost looks like she's out of control throwing that shot up.
It does, but she's been able to get a nice soft touch. The only one that she didn't make came in and out.
That's going to be a kick, and it'll remain Norwell's basketball. Lauren Bales is going to check back in. Filling takes a seat. Also back in for the first time now for Jay County's Claire Dirksen. Also in, number 24. That's Kendall Gehringer. So a couple new subs for Coach Comer.
Yeah, and this game far from over. But
for
some reason, Jay County has had Norwell's number over the last number of years.
Bales into the lane. Nice move. Couldn't get the shot to go, though. And Shelton diving for the basketball. Oh, that could have been a travel on Alt. Oh, my goodness. Logan Rouse had her hand on the top of the basketball. That was really a bad call. Oh, no, they got Brielle Wilson on the foul. Wilson wasn't near the action. It's the second team foul on the Knights. And hitting the free throw, Hannah Alt. Wow. I didn't see the foul from Wilson. What I saw was Logan Rouse's hand on top of the basketball. Dunnick pulls down the missed free throw. And the Knights will head the other way. Trailing by 11. Jay County's defense has been really good. Nice move by Dunnick. Couldn't get the shot to go. And Rouse able to tap it out. They'll reset.
Oh, that was a travel.
That's a couple times that might have happened. Bales for three, no good. Dunnick gets the rebound and gets fouled. Aubrey Dunnick really working hard inside.
Aubrey's just getting mad, and that's really going to work out well for the Lady Knights because when she gets mad, she plays physical and plays hard.
That's 2 fouls now on Brianna Mullenkamp.
Yeah, some pretty significant foul trouble here for Jay County so far as the free throws in and out.
Yeah, they've got 3 players now with 2 fouls. Hannah Dillon, Brianna Mullenkamp, and Shelby Caldwell. Dunnick will try to make the back end of these 2 free throws, and does. Well, she has gotten much better at her free throws as the season has moved along here. Under 3 minutes left as Mullenkamp weaves through traffic. It's thrown away again. Rouse on the break the other way. No foul called. Wilson there, though, to clean it up. And Jay County is going to take a timeout. It's a 30-second as well. So we'll talk about Payton's Northern, a Kroger company. They're now hiring. If you're 18, able to work 10-hour days and can pass pre-employment and background screenings, please apply online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution and search for Bluffton. That's jobs.kroger.com. The Lady Knights trailing here by 8, 24-16, 2:32 left in the second quarter.
You know that Jay County has some defensive ability. The Concordia game we alluded to in the pregame today, they beat Concordia 32-27.
Yeah, I saw that.
So that's a low-scoring, grinded-out type of game. Only 59 points between the two teams, and Concordia is very solid defensively as well. So I can understand that, but that just kind of goes to show you that Jay County can really bring it on the defensive end.
As Mullenkamp, very late foul called. It'll go on Wilson. That's her second, team's third. And she's going to be replaced in the Norwell lineup by Kaylee Filling.
Be good to see Kaylee knock down a shot before the half ends here.
Yeah, she's 0 for 2 to this point. Olmsted almost threw it away again. Well, Shelby Caldwell is on the bench with 2 fouls for Jay County, and that's been big for them.
Olmsted's had a lot of problems handling the basketball.
Yeah, she really has.
Yeah, because she's had a couple good looks underneath, but she wasn't able to hang on to the pass, and travel's going to be called.
Yeah, Brianna Mullenkamp just shuffled her feet. That's 6. I've got them for 6 turnovers this quarter.
Wow, that's a lot.
11 overall.
And still an 8-point lead.
Yeah. Well, they've gotten so many more shots than the Knights have to this point. But they've only scored 5 in this quarter. Bales with the ball on the wing. Coach Thornton was saying, is it really a man-to-man as Dunnick got free and Rouse pulled down the rebound. Yeah, we got another traveling call on Norwell.
Yeah, Filling was probably going to score on that play as well because she's very, very deadly from the 8 to 12-foot range, the little floater, teardrop, whatever you want to call it. She's become very good at that.
And there's another turnover on the Lady Patriots. Rouse just got knocked away from behind her, but it went right to Breanne Barger. That's a break for the Knights as Barger's going to go to the line after the foul.
Yeah, pretty fortunate at that time for Norwell.
Foul was called on Gwen Olmsted. That's her first, team's 8th, with 1:44 left in this half.
Norwell just 3.
Barger's free throw good. You know, Brienne shoots her free throws different than she does her 3-ball. If she could get that same form on her shots beyond the arc, I think she'd be a lot more consistent with it, as her free throws look very good, and she cuts Jay County's lead to 6.
Norwell shooting 7 of 8 from the line here in the first half, too, so that's pretty good. That's been big in this game.
Mullenkamp gives it up to Alt. Oh, her pass almost picked off. That's Mullenkamp, Brianna, and knocking it out of bounds is Barger. It'll remain Jay County's basketball.
Nice hustle by Barger.
Another 3 attempt from Jay County. Boy, have they taken a lot of threes. Kendra Mullenkamp splits the defense. Alt gives it back to her. 1:20 left. And Mullenkamp just kind of weaving her way through the defense. Now Phillips.
She's done it all night.
Yep, she really has. Goes baseline. That's Brianna Mullenkamp on the miss. Filling pulled down the rebound. She'll drive into the lane. Nice pass to Rouse. Rouse up and in. assist Kaylee Felling. And Logan's got her 6th point. Norwell's cut this lead down to 4. 50 seconds left in the half. Mullenkamp threw it away. 8 turnovers in the quarter on Jay County. 40 seconds left. Do you go for the last shot here, Derek?
No. Get your first good look.
Yeah, I agree with you. Unfortunately, the Knights are going to turn it over as Felling just lost her dribble. Quickly the other way, Alt. Oh, my goodness, and it looked like Mullenkamp traveled on that. No call. Kendra Mullenkamp with the 3 ball. That's a big bucket for Jay County with 16 seconds left after the Norwell turnover. That's a 5-point swing, maybe 6. And Coach Thornton, he's going to use a timeout here with 10.1 seconds on the clock. It's a 30, so we'll stay here. Currently accepting new patients is Dr. Laura Kukelhan, and her caring dental staff will make you feel right at home. They're located at 1133 North Main Street at the north edge of Bluffton. Call 824-3100 to make an appointment. Also, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement, Bluffton Roofing owner James Worth will suggest the proper course of action that is best for your home. Bluffton Roofing, quality first, home improvement. Reach James at 260-307-6313.
Yeah, and with just 10 seconds left in this half, Norwell's in need of a basket after giving up that 3 from the top of the key. That really stopped a pretty big Norwell run. They were really right back in the game, only down 4. Now they need another basket to feel like they're right back in it here at the end of the half.
Only 8 points scored by Jay County here in this second quarter. Norwell will try to go into the locker room with a little bit of momentum. Rouse in the corner. That's Shelton for 3. Good. Nothing but net for Maya Shelton. Excellent play design by Coach Thornton. The heave from Hannah Alt, not close. And that will end the first half. The Knights back to within 4 after being down 12 at the end of a quarter. They make up 8 points of that deficit. It's 27-23 Jay County. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Are you looking for a job or know of someone who is? Peyton's Northern, a Kroger company, is now hiring. At Peyton's, you'll get a job with career advancement opportunities, employee discounts, tuition reimbursement, and educational assistance. A successful applicant will need to be 18 years of age, have the ability to work weekends, holidays, and overtime, can operate motorized equipment, complete strength and endurance testing, pass a pre-employment and background screens, work 10-hour shifts, and lift 55 pounds. At Peyton's, we offer matching 401k retirement savings, paid incentive days, personal and vacation days, and you'll receive Kroger benefits after 60 days. All qualified applicants are encouraged to apply for this opportunity online at jobs.kroger.com. Click on Logistics and Distribution Jobs and search for Bluffton. For questions, call Peyton Staffing Center at 260-827-2108 or 2109. That's jobs.kroger.com. 260-827-2108. Peyton's Northern, now hiring.
Every team knows that the three-point play can be a winning move. That's why State Farm and me, Kevin Beatty, and my team are here to help you go for 3 by combining your home, auto, and life insurance. It's a great call that saves you time and money. So go for the win and score savings by combining your home, auto, and life. It's just another way we're here to help things go right. So call me, State Farm Agent Kevin Beatty, at 824-1928 or in Bern at 589-2077.
It's the kid in grade school who paints her face blue and white before every home game.
It's the accountants and salesmen who give up their Friday evenings to referee.
It's the cashier at the corner convenience store who wears school colors on every game day.
What makes high school sports here in Indiana so special? They do.
You do.
We all do.
This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle. It's halftime here at Norwell, and Jay County still has a 27-23 lead after jumping out to a big 19-7 lead at the end of one quarter of play. But the Lady Knights being able to battle back, countered the big three at the top of the key that came with under a minute left in that first half with a Maya Shelton triple from the corner. That's a big basket, and they've got this thing down to a manageable 4.
Well, and what a job by Coach Thornton there, because he called the timeout, didn't like what he was seeing, set up a very specific play.
Yeah, Maya was open.
Yep, they got her open, set a couple picks inside, swung her out to the arc, nothing but the bottom of the net.
Yeah,
big basket.
It really is, and I think, again, that could be a turning point back in this game, and you kind of think big momentum's huge, especially going into halftime. And Norwell had lost it there, but got at least some of it back right before the break. So that's a big basket for Norwell.
Yeah, that turnover really hurt, as that was potentially a 6-point swing.
Mm-hmm.
However, the Knights right back in it, and you called it, Derek. When they were down 12 early in the second quarter, long way from being over, and the Knights really tightened. I almost think that 8 of 16 shooting by Jay County in the first quarter might be a bit of an anomaly.
It is, and but it is the fact that they can, and Coach Thornton said it, they're streaky, and when they get hot, that they really can feed off each other and make a number of baskets in a row, so they can put up points in a hurry.
In contrast, they were 3 of 11 in the second quarter. Some other stats, of course, Jay County with 27 points here at halftime. They were 11 of 27 from the field. That's 41% as a team. 4 of 15 from beyond the arc in the first half, 27%, and then just shot 2 free throws, made one of them for 50%. I've got Jay County for 13 turnovers in the first half, 8 of them in that second quarter, along with 13 rebounds. From a scoring standpoint, Kendra Mullenkamp, as good a first step as I've seen in a while, scored 9 points in that first half. Very balanced scoring for Jay County. Shelby Caldwell had 6 points, did not shoot a 2. All 5 of her shots were from beyond the arc. She made a couple of them. A couple players with 5 points apiece. Hannah Phillips, 2 for 2 from the field with 5 points, a 3 and a 2. And then Hannah Alt, who was 2 of 4 from the field and 1 of 2 from the line, had 5 points. Also chipping in with 2 points was Brianna Mullenkamp for the Lady Patriots. For your Lady Knights, they were 7 of 25 from the field in the first half. That's just 28%. Picked it up quite a bit in the second quarter after going just 2 of 10 in the first quarter, 5 of 15 in the second quarter. From beyond the arc, the Knights very cold, just 2 of 10 for 20%, but very good from the free throw line. As you mentioned, 7 of 8. Norwell committed 12 turnovers in the first half and is now out-rebounding Jay County 17-13.
Yeah, and that's a big turn from the first quarter because Jay County had a ton of offensive rebounds.
10-5 after the first.
Yeah, so that's big plus, and that's why I think is why Norwell's back in the game. When you take away chances from the other team,
right?
Jay County had so many more opportunities there for a long time in the first half, talking about shots from the field. And they really fed off of that because even if you're not a great shooting team, you're going to knock down some of those. They were getting pretty good looks. I mean, you're talking about a couple step-throughs of the defense from Mullenkamp, getting to the rim, relatively easy. The Knights go into that trap, which I think is a great call by Coach Thornton, trying to speed up that offense a little bit after they looked a little bit too comfortable in that first quarter. And it did its job for quite some time. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take another quick break. Greg's got something.
Individual scoring. You want to do that?
No, go ahead and do that.
All right. Very balanced for the Knights. Maya Shelton and Logan Rousey each with 6. Aubrey Dunnick with 5. Brielle Wilson with 4. And Brianne Barger with 2. And
now we'll go ahead and take a break. We've got about 3 minutes until the first half, or until halftime is over, and we get back to the third quarter action. Back in a minute, this is Norwell Basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com.
Eyes are important indicators of overall health, and comprehensive eye care goes beyond a prescription for glasses or contact lenses. At Bluffton Family Eye Care, Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry take the time to get to know you, your eye care history, and your vision needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best. They take pride in providing excellent customer service by creating a personal connection with each patient individually.
To look and feel your best, visit Drs. Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424. Or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Yeah, they bring the ball down across the timeline. Wingman is open. He dribbles around, finds an open man in the corner, jumps, shoots, scores. Hi, Tim Steffen Financial Group. Wish your retirement was as easy as jump, shoot, score? Come to see us at our office at 110 West Cherry Street, or call us please at 824-8175. Let us work for you to reach your financial goals. Jump, shoot, score. Let us help you with that. Steffen Financial Group, 824-8175, 110 West Cherry Street, Bluffton, Indiana. Securities offered through Thurston Springer Financial, member FINRA and SIPC. Some insurance products also offered through Thurston Springer. Tim Steffen is a registered associate of Thurston Springer and is doing business as Steffen Financial Group. Steffen Financial Group is independent of Thurston Springer.
Welcome back to the Castle. Just a few seconds away from the third quarter of action, and we are just about set to go. Norwell trails at 27-23 here at the end of the first half, but they are right back in the ball game after a little bit of a struggle there towards the beginning of that, or towards the end of the first quarter, I should say. That's when Jay County really made their move, extending their lead all the way out to 12. They had it at 19-7 before Norwell was able to close the gap again, and that's a big part of why they still have that lead. Norwell really looking a little bit better, aside from a turnover here or there, but they've cleaned that up for the most part, and they've done a real nice job of getting into a better flow on offense, and their defense has improved as well. So I think everything has been better since that first quarter. Coach Thornton kind of bringing Norwell through a tough time a little bit, and they'll have the basketball to start this third quarter.
Yeah, they were just a little sluggish to start this one out, a little confused by Jay County's defense. They're going to need to continue to shoot from outside. Wilson, Rouse, Barger, Dunnick, and Filling back in there for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, and I really believe it's a little bit of a hangover effect from Saturday night.
Great pass. Dunnick couldn't get the shot to go, but Rouse pulls down the rebound. Boy, that was a very well-executed play. Dunnick hits a cutting Rouse, and Rouse, great hands by Logan Rouse.
Very tough pass to handle that was, and she made it go into 2 points.
Wow, that was just a great catch by Logan Rouse. Knights staying in that 1-3-1. Nice pass underneath, and that was 22. Hannah Alt with the basket. Nice pass there from Mullenkamp. And it remains a 4-point Jay County lead. There's the drive again by Rouse. Dunnick again with the assist.
Yeah, Norwell is just kind of giving it to their senior leader and letting her take over this game.
Well, they've really made an adjustment against that Jay County defense. And there's Rouse with the steal. He loses the basketball, though, so we won't charge either team with a turnover. Olmsted's going to check in for Jay County. And Phillips will, that is Hannah Dillon that's going to take a seat. Their numbers, Derek, are so close together, it's hard for me to pick them out with the multiple digits. Olmsted inside. Good ball movement by Jay County, but Norwell with good hands. That'll create the first turnover of the second half. And Barger, good, strong play by Breanne Barger. She gets her fourth point, and we are tied with 6:30 left in this third quarter. There's another turnover created by Barger, and a foul's going to be called.
And Coach Comer got to be thinking about a timeout here to stop the bleeding.
Yeah, Norwell's got all the momentum right now. Jay County having trouble with Norwell's defense, and Norwell's really figured out Jay County's defense to this point. Now Jay County is going to bring it out, a trap, and Dunnick wide open underneath. Great adjustment. There's the timeout, Derek. And it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
Everything that I do can have an impact on somebody else.
You can dream any dream and you can chase any dream, and you can have a chance to succeed at that dream.
We're here just a speck of time.
Given the opportunities to be selfless.
That's what God does with us.
Not forgetting how you got here and who helped you along the way.
What are you doing for others?
Those to whom much has been given, much is expected.
Welcome back to the Castle. 6:16 left in this third quarter. Norwell 4 of 5 to start the second half from the field, and the only one that they missed was a wide open look for Dunnick. So they've gotten every look that they wanted. They've all been right at the rim, and this game has turned on a dime. Norwell now leads the game for the first time, 31-29.
Jay County's only gotten off one shot to Norwell's 5. They made it as Norwell staying in that 1-3-1. It's been really effective so far. Mullenkamp gives it up to her sister. Oh, that is a long three without even looking. And Filling pulls down the rebound. Oh, they're going to call a jump ball on that. Boy, that's tough. That was Hannah Alt, by the way, that launched that three and missed it.
Filling trying to rip that rebound out of there, just was tied up at the end.
Caldwell gets free. He had it open. Oh, and that appeared, I guess it's off the fingertips of Logan Rouse, so it'll remain Jay County's basketball.
I thought it went off of Olmsted again.
I did too.
And she's definitely had some trouble handling the basketball.
Hannah Alt trying to inbound here for Jay County. Norwell really getting after it defensively right now. Alt, the long pass up top. That's Mullenkamp. They're doing a much better job of staying in front of Kendra Mullenkamp. And, oh, that's double dribble, Derek.
No, that's not double dribble because
it left her hand. It didn't leave her hands, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
Wilson knocked it out for just a moment. So that's a real smart move. It results, though, in a Norwell steal, and it results in a foul by Jay County. And what that does, what Norwell's doing right now on defense is they're making Jay County work for everything.
Yeah.
Work really, really hard. And at times they're going to get baskets. They just are. But you really got to make them work. And Norwell's pressure defense has cranked it up significantly since that first quarter.
Hannah Phillips back into the Jay County lineup. Jay County with 3 turnovers already here in the first couple of minutes of the second half. Wilson will get the pick, weave through traffic, and lose the basketball. Jay County on the run the other way, and a foul's going to be called. We'll see who that's on.
It's on Logan.
Yep, Logan Rouse picks up her first. That's just the team's 4th foul, first in the second half. Checking back in for Jay County will be Gwen Olmsted as Brianna Mullenkamp takes a seat. Kendra will handle it in the backcourt. You know, and she throws it away. Oh, Brianne Barger was, tripped by Kendra Mullenkamp. I don't think it was intentional, but knocked her down.
And it would have resulted in a layup, so it's just, that's just one you got to call.
Got to blow the whistle there. 3rd team foul. Quickly into Dunnick. Dunnick able to get it up and in. Brielle Wilson with another assist. Excellent inbounds pass, and Norwell now up by 4. 5-14. Oh, almost picked off again. Olmsted gives it up to Caldwell, and Caldwell with the basket.
That's what you got to do. You got to go inside out, and they really made that 1-3-1 move, and Jay County gets a basket that time.
Yep, assist to Olmsted. Rouse on the drive. She's going to pick up a foul.
And what Norwell's doing on offense right now is they're just being much more aggressive, taking it right at the rim. Absolutely. Shooting the gaps, and they're getting to the line, making Jay County foul quite a bit. They've got 4 fouls in the first 3+ minutes of this second half, and it's a place where Norwell's been very good tonight.
And that's the third foul on Hannah Alt. So she's the second player in the Jay County lineup with 3 fouls. Rouse, 2 perfect free throws. Norwell, their lead back to 4.
Now 90% on the night, 9 for 10 from the line. And when you're struggling on offense, it kind of got them through that difficult stretch where they weren't putting the ball in from the field and they were making free throws.
Open from the corner for 3 is Hannah Alt. Alt with her first made 3 of the game. And inside, Rouse.
I think that's a good no call.
Yeah, I thought so too. Inside, Dunnick again. Nice move from Aubrey Dunnick. Aubrey with 6 in the quarter. 11 for the game. And it's that little 8-footer that she's making right now. Barger getting her hand on several passes. Into the lane, Mullenkamp gets it up and misses it, and Dunnick pulls down the rebound. That was the first shot for Mullenkamp. Barger on the other end.
Assist Dunnick again.
Boy, Aubrey Dunnick having a monstrous third quarter. Reminiscent of the quarter she had up at Warsaw. And Rouse, after the steal, is going to pick up a foul.
That's the comparison I was just about ready to make. And that's great call there, Greg, because sometimes Aubrey's the type of player that when she gets going, she's tough to stop, and she can really turn a game around.
Maya Shelton checks in for Kaylee Filling. Also, substitution for Jay County, Brianna Mullenkamp back in the game as Olmsted takes a seat.
And not only is Aubrey scoring for the Knights, she's facilitating offense. She's got a couple of assists.
Barger with the jumper, no good, but Dunnick pulls down another rebound. Brielle Wilson knocks down her 3, and the Knights lead up to 8. Norwell really putting on a show offensively here in the third quarter. It'll remain Jay County's ball. They've scored 19 points in 4.5 minutes of clock time. Barger will take a seat as Bales checks back in.
Yeah, we know this team could do that. They can score quick. We talk about games where you go back to a game like Wabash, where that's a fairly quality opponent, and they were able to put up 84 in that game, and they did a lot of it in a hurry.
A quick 3, and again, Hannah Alt knocks down another 3, and Jay County's going to use another timeout. So he's only got a couple of left. Coach Thornton with 3, and it looks like it is a full timeout. So we'll take a break as well and be back. The Knights lead by 5.
Welcome to the new Heidi Automotive Group. We have a brand new state-of-the-art facility. Now you can shop for a new Chevrolet, Buick, Dodge, Ram, Jeep, or Chrysler at the same location right here in Bluffton, Indiana. We have a huge selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and crossovers. We focus on quality, and that is why we certify our pre-owned inventory so you get more warranty, free maintenance, and peace of mind. Don't worry about your credit. We have financing options for everyone. Heidi Automotive Group, a new look, but old-fashioned integrity.
Welcome back to the Castle. 3:15 to play here in the third quarter. Norwell leads at 42-37. I think that's a good timeout by Coach Kirk Comer, trying to settle things down after they knocked down a 3. And as good as Norwell has played in this quarter, because they had that big deficit early and they dug that big 12-point hole at the end of the first quarter, their lead is only 5 because Jay County kind of hanging around, making some really tough shots. And if you're Norwell, you just kind of tip your cap and score again on the offensive end because they're playing just about perfect on the defense.
Norwell 8 of 10 from the field in the quarter, but Jay County 4 of 6. And that's tapped out of bounds by Mullenkamp to remain Norwell's basketball. And 2 of those baskets by Jay County of the three-point variety.
That's not over and back.
No, that's not over and back.
Yeah, Coach Thornton knows it, and E.J. Carroll telling him to stay in the box, but that's just a horrible call.
Yeah,
he just doesn't know the rule.
It's a turnover on the Knights, and now a turnover on the Patriots.
And now a turnover on the Knights again.
Boy, a flurry of turnovers. Nice pass, but Phillips' shot might have been partially blocked. Another foul on Jay County.
It's really frustrating. You
can't miss that call.
No, and it's not because he didn't see it right, and I know that for a fact because he tried to explain it to Coach Thornton. He just doesn't know the rule because you've got to have full control with everything in the front court, the ball in both feet, and then step back over. And she didn't even have a whole foot over the line.
That's the fourth foul, Derek, on Brianna Mullenkamp. We may not see her again on the floor for a while. Bales down the lane, can't get it to go.
I like the aggressive move, though, by the freshman.
Yep. That was Mullenkamp with the rebound. She stays in the game with 4 fouls. And that's broken up. Another steal by the Knights. 7 turnovers in the quarter.
That was after 8 turnovers in the second quarter.
Right. Wide open. Rouse in the corner for 3. No good. But Dunnick there to rip down the offensive rebound. Wilson can't get it to go, but she'll go to the line. I like that set by the Knights. Good shot by Rouse, and just great hustle by Aubrey Dunnick. I've got her with 3 rebounds in the quarter to go with 3 assists and 6 points. Brielle Wilson will go to the line to shoot a pair. That foul was called on Kendra Mullenkamp. Dillon and Caldwell will check back in for Jay County. Jay County with a bit of foul trouble. Caldwell has 3 fouls, as does Hannah Alt. Although with 2:20 left in the third quarter, it'll only be a problem if they pick up another one in short order. Wilson's second free throw, also good. Boy, Norwell's been really good from the line tonight.
Almost perfect.
Maya Shelton up top of the 1-3-1 now, and Rouse almost came up with a steal. Boy, the 1-3-1 has confounded the Jay County Patriots. They're still shooting a great percentage from the field. They just haven't got many shots with those 7 turnovers, 15 in the last 2 quarters. Mullenkamp on the kick, the cross-court pass. Boy, that's a dangerous pass. The Knights trapping all over the floor. Caldwell gets free and scores.
Surprised Dunnick didn't get called for a foul. Whether she made contact or not, she just kind of slapped at her.
Yeah, she did.
But
she has a habit of doing that.
Yeah, she does.
Aubrey with just 1 foul in the evening, and the Knights throw it away. That's a bad turnover. As getting free is Hannah Alt. Hannah Alt having a huge third quarter. That was Phillips with the assist.
They threw it away again.
Boy, and all of a sudden the Knights, they had a little flurry like this in the second quarter as well. As Filling and Barger will check back in. Dunnick and Bales take a seat. Same thing. I've got Norwell now with 17 turnovers. Phillips tried to pass it into the middle and threw it away. Rouse ended up with the basketball. Barger got a hand on it as well. Filling, top of the key, wide open in the corner, Shelton, but the pass was a little slow getting there. Shelton forced it up. It'll be off of Rouse's hand, and we'll go back to Jay County.
I like the idea there by Maya and what she's thinking as the last couple of games, kids have got to respect the fact that she can hit the three-pointer, so she decided to put it on the deck, but didn't just run into traffic inside and just kind of forced up a bad shot.
Yeah, she just went 2 steps too far. If she pulls up from 10, 12 feet, she's got a good shot. Phillips on the cut, can't get it to go. On the rebound, also missed. That was Hannah Alt. Rouse pulled down the rebound and then traveled. Well, a flurry of activity there. The Patriots will have the basketball, and Aubrey Dunnick will check back in. Maya Shelton takes a seat. 49.8 left in this third quarter. Caldwell trying to bull her way to the basket, gives it up. In the corner, that's Mullenkamp, and she throws it away. Brielle Wilson came out of there with it. Quickly the other way. Oh, great. Well, it was a good look, but the pass was not where it needed to be. No way Logan could handle that. A little bit behind her. But the idea was a good one from Brielle. Phillips and Mullenkamp now into the front court and threw it away.
Jeez.
That's 10 turnovers on Jay County here in this fourth quarter.
And how many does Norwell have?
7.
Wow.
Been a sloppy quarter.
And it has.
But they've all been hustle, for the most part, hustle turnovers.
Yeah.
Trying to make something happen. Both teams playing tough physical defense. There's a
nice
great pass. Aubrey Dunnick to Logan Rouse. Boy, that has been there the entirety of the second half. 5 seconds left. Mullenkamp will throw up a prayer. No good. The shot, I think that would have counted if it would have gone.
Yep.
But Alt couldn't get it to go. That will end the third quarter. Norwell up 46-41. We will take a break and be back with fourth quarter action after these words from our sponsors.
At Grable Insurance, their most important job is to make sure you leave with the best coverage you can afford. They want to provide you protection from the unfortunate things that can and often do happen. The cheapest insurance is often not the best. Visit online at grableinsurance.com or stop by the office on Pony Express Run, next door to the Leo Post Office, and talk to any of the friendly agents that would be happy to help you. Grable Insurance is a proud sponsor of high school athletics.
Now, welcome back to the Castle. We've got 8 minutes to play. Norwell leads at 46-41 after trailing both after the end of the first quarter and at halftime. They went on a big-time run, scored 19 points in the first just over 5 minutes of that third quarter, and it has resulted in the Lady Knights being able to gain and sustain the lead. It's 5 right now, and the points really on the uptick after Norwell with a number of turnovers in that quarter as well. You don't see too often a 20-plus point quarter with the number of turnovers combined by both teams.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Norwell now with 19 turnovers. Jay County with 23. And the pass underneath to Barger, filling with the assist. Barger with her 8th point of the game.
Yeah, and it was, again, it just kind of barely got through. It went in and out of the hands, and she caught it again, made a good play on it.
Yep, and a couple of turnovers there. Getting free is Mullenkamp underneath. Kendra now in double figures with 11. Dunnick with the cross-court pass. Boy, she has got a rocket for an arm, and that's thrown away. Just too high for Brianne Barger to handle.
Yeah, and what Jay County's doing is now they're trying to apply some pressure. They're going to try to trap Norwell a little bit. And again, it's kind of a morphing defense. It's not a straight 1-3-1 like Norwell runs, but they're really just trying to trap something as, Barger gets the steal.
Barger now.
Almost another one.
I've got Brianne for 10 points. So Barger really working hard on the top of that zone. She's gotten her hands on a lot of balls that weren't steals.
Yeah, a lot of deflections.
Shelby Caldwell, 30 feet from the basket. And that's going to be Jay County's basketball. They say Riel Wilson last touched it. And now Kirk Comer is going to take his 4th timeout. It's a full timeout. He's only got 1 left. Norwell leads by 7. We'll take a break and be right back.
At Bluffton Family Eye Care, our optometrists provide more than routine family eye care. Doctors Mitchell, Miller, and Fry are also specially trained to provide advanced treatment for eye infections, dry eyes, eye allergies, foreign body removal, and eye injuries. There are many treatments available for these eye health issues, and a treatment plan will be recommended based on your specific needs. To ensure healthy eyes and your best possible vision, our optometrists combine experience and expertise with the latest technology. They provide the expert care, advice, and the follow-up you need to look and feel your best.
To look and feel your best, visit Drs. Mitchell, Miller, and Fry at Bluffton Family Eye Care, 105 West Harvest Road in Bluffton. Call 824-3424. That's 824-3424 or online at BlufftonFamilyEyeCare.com.
Welcome back to the Castle. We've got 6:59 to play in regulation. Norwell leads at 50-43, and Jay County will have the basketball coming out of their own timeout. And Coach Comer down to 1 here for the game. Norwell still with 3. So that's something Coach Thornton used a couple of those in that first half. I thought it might cost him here at the end, but he hasn't had to use one because the Lady Knights have played very well since then.
Oh, and Mullenkamp just lost her footing. It's 3 turnovers on Jay County already here in the fourth quarter. They have really struggled taking care of the basketball against Norwell's trap. Darrell Wilson kicks in the corner. Rouse was yelling for the basketball on the baseline, but not a good angle to be able to get it to her. And Coach Thornton has to use a timeout to keep the Knights out of a turnover.
Didn't like what they were seeing. We'll go ahead and take a break. It's Norwell basketball on WellsCountyVoice.com, part of the Voice Sports Network.
The Bowling Center in Bluffton has adult youth double leagues with 1 adult and 1 youth per team, or 2 youth may make a team starting soon. The leagues are 10 weeks long and everyone plays every frame. With 22 lanes, there's plenty of excitement to go around. So stop by to practice or come relax with friends. And don't forget about Friday Fun. From 12 noon to 6 p.m., only $1 per game and 50-cent shoe rental in a smoke-free environment. The Bowling Center is located at 1231 South Main Street in Bluffton. Visit bowlbluffton.com.
Now, welcome back to the Castle. 6:34 to play, and Norwell still leading at 50-43. They'll have the basketball in front of their bench. Side out coming out of this timeout. Norwell, again, has 4 fouls in the game. Greg, no foul trouble at all, just 1 foul, and the Lady Knights are in the bonus themselves.
Yeah, that has been a big disparity, and really it's the difference in athleticism.
Yeah, it is.
Dunnick into the lane, throws a shot up, and the rebound was taken out of there by Hannah Alt. And another turnover. Logan Rouse has been everywhere for the Knights. She loses the handle. It'll remain Norwell's ball. Logan's had a number of steals. Of course, I can't keep track of them, but a lot of the 27 turnovers that Jay County has made, Logan Rouse has been in the middle of them. She'll go to the line now, and I think that's on Caldwell. It is. That's her 4th. And, you know, fans are going to look at the foul disparity and without seeing the game, maybe think it's something that it's not. But it really is Norwell's athleticism that's superior and causing the differential in the fouls. That's the first missed free throw for the Knights in quite a while. They were 11-12 coming into the fourth quarter. Logan's second one right in there. Now 12 of 14. Phillips and Mullenkamp in the backcourt. Mullenkamp crosses over, and it's taken away again by Logan Rouse. She'll head the other way and get tackled. They could call it against either player, Phillips or Mullenkamp. If it's on Mullenkamp, she's done.
Nope.
Hannah Phillips instead picks up her first, and Rouse will go back to the line.
So the Knights will not have to deal with the bonus. They're getting 2 shots every time.
Logan with 15 points, trying for her 16th, and can't get it to go.
Yeah, and I think maybe a little bit of fatigue starting to factor in because she's had to do a lot, especially on defense tonight.
Yeah, and she hasn't, I don't know if she sat. As her second free throw right in there. Norwell's lead now up to 9, their biggest lead of the game.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think that's as big as it's been, and it doesn't feel like it.
Brianne Barger on top of that zone. Boy, she has been a factor. On the baseline, Alt, they swing it around, and no good. Barger pulls down the rebound, gets it ahead to Rouse. On the baseline filling, she loses the handle. It'll remain Norwell's basketball. 5:37 left in this one. Norwell playing from behind the entirety of the first half. Rouse drives, puts up an awkward shot, and gets it to go. Logan Rouse now with 4 points in the quarter. I've got her with 18 on the game. And almost another turnover. Mullenkamp gets it away. It's tipped. Another turnover. Rouse the other way. Can't get it to go, but Barger gets the offensive rebound. She misses, and Wilson comes out of there with it.
Oh, she thought a long time about taking that three.
Yeah, she did. Barger on the baseline. Good kick out to Filling. She'll shoot the three and bury it. A huge three ball from Kaylee Filling gives the Knights a 14-point lead. Norwell has just exerted their will in the second half. The 1-3-1 trap just killing the Patriots. Barger with another steal. Gets it ahead to Filling. She scores and is fouled. Hannah Phillips. And these Jay County Lady Patriots are betwixt and befuddled, Derek.
Yeah, they sure are, and what a turnaround it's been after that first quarter. It's 19-7 after one quarter of play, and Norwell has just scored the basketball like crazy, and it's all been off the defense.
It sure has, as Filling converts the three-point play. The Knights have been fantastic from the free throw line tonight. 4:37 left in this one. The angle pass, nice fake by Alt. She'll kick it out to Mullenkamp for three, and Brianna Mullenkamp will hit it.
Coach Comer's going to have to use his last time out here.
It's a 14-point lead for the Lady Knights. It's just a 30-second timeout. So we'll let you know that when you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're a part of something greater. Take the first step towards a healthier you. Join the Y, the Kaler Nickel Foundation YMCA, located at 550 West Dustman in Bluffton. Also, Indiana Physical Therapy's highly trained professionals treat all type of injuries and ailments and accepts all insurances. For more information on IPT or to schedule an appointment, visit indianapt.com.
Well, with just 4:27 to go, the Knights have a 14-point lead, and at this point, the way the Lady Knights have put themselves in this position, Jay County's going to need a heck of a comeback here at the end, and they're going to need to start forcing some turnovers. Norwell has scored at will in the second half, and you can't credit that all to the Jay County defense because a lot of it has been created by turnovers, and they're getting all their baskets in transition. When you get open looks in transition, you score pretty easy.
Yeah, I've got Jay County with 17 turnovers in the second half.
And they thought about the baseball pass, but instead goes safe to to Dunnick in the backcourt.
Dunnick gives it up to Barger. Barger loses it, but Bales able there to pick it up. Bales entered out of the timeout, and she gets it batted away from her. Wilson now into the front court, throws it away. Just the third turnover in the fourth quarter on the Lady Knights, and a foul is, nope, they're going to say a kick.
Fouls are 10-1. That just does not happen often. Usually you see it balance out, but Norwell's been so aggressive without fouling.
Mullenkamp with the ball up top. That's Kendra Mullenkamp. Looking to drive, and it's taken away again by the Knights. They really actually just threw that to Brianne Barger. Bales into the front court. Barger thought about it.
Yeah, bad place to pick it up. Coach Thornton uses a timeout.
Well, now Coach Thornton with just one timeout left. It's a full timeout. Norwell leads at 60-46. We'll take a break and be right back.
At Pizza Hut, our original pan dough rises fresh every day, making it crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. And now you can get our original pan as part of the $6.99 any deal. That's 2 medium pizzas with any toppings, any crust, any specialty for just $6.99 each. Only at Pizza Hut.
Get the $6.99 any deal at your local Pizza Hut on North Main Street in Bluffton.
Welcome back to the Castle. 3:43 to play here this evening. Norwell 60, Jay County 46. The Lady Knights have had the lead as big as 17 here in this second half after trailing by as many as 12. So a 29-point turnaround in this basketball game. And after just 7 in the first quarter, it looked like, at least until the very end when Jay County went on their run, it looked like this may turn into a defensive ugly grinder. Right. And that is the type of game that gets you ready for the tournament. Now, there's been a lot of turnovers in this game, don't get me wrong, but it has been a different type of game because both teams have really thrived in transition, creating live ball turnovers, and even more so Norwell, and that's why they've got their 14-point lead.
Norwell has the basketball after avoiding the turnover. on the timeout. Bails into the lane, and it's going to be Jay County's basketball. That'll be the 4th turnover on the Lady Knights here in the 4th quarter. That was a designed play coming out of the timeout.
That's Phillips that's coming up a little slow.
Yeah, I don't know if she got hit. She might have a bloody nose,
Either that or she got hit in the mouth.
Yeah, that
Something
could be as well. Tracy checking her out. Checking back in will be Hannah Dillon. She hadn't been on the floor in quite a while. Dillon is not. Brianna Mullenkamp with a basketball. Now Kendra Mullenkamp. Boy, they've done a great job of cutting off her drives in the second half. And Shelby Caldwell, they just continue to chuck the threes. That's the only thing that's even kept them close in this game in the second half. Bales. Rouse fakes the pass, gets free, and scores. Well, she just looked off the defender. She's done that a lot this year, Derek. We've seen that move a lot as Kendra Mullenkamp can't get around Brianne Barger. Passes, and they get Lauren Bales for a foul. Well, the Knights really can't say too much. That's only their 5th foul of the game.
How often can you say that, especially when you've been so aggressive defensively?
That's exactly
probably
right.
Never going to happen again.
Hannah Alt inbounding. Tries to get it in, finally does to Mullenkamp, and it's off of Alt's foot. Jay County has just not been able to take care of the basketball here in the second half. Well, actually, in the last 3 quarters. I mean, they had 5 turnovers in the first quarter, and it's gotten progressively worse. Dunnick, Barger, and Norwell's going to really make Jay County move their feet here on defense.
Yeah, really, if you're Norwell, you're probably down to the point where you don't get anything but a layup. Because you're up 13, you don't need another basket. Trying to get the zone to move.
Wilson will launch at 3. It's short. And the rebound finally corralled by Dunnick, and she's going to be fouled, and she might have tweaked something on that. Nope, she's all right.
She's all right. Just kind of got twisted in a funky angle, but she comes out of it okay. Tough kid.
Mullenkamp picks up her 3rd. It'll send Dunnick to the line. Dunnick getting real close to a double-double.
Yeah, one of just 2 players to miss from the line as well tonight.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Can't get this one to go.
And both of hers have been in and out like that.
Dunnick, I've got her with 11 points. And still with 11. As Caldwell pulls down the rebound. Shelby Caldwell has been a non-factor since the first quarter. That's a 3 ball that is corralled by Dunnick. That was Mullenkamp on the 3. Underneath, Barger to Rouse and scores. Brianna Mullenkamp is going to leave this ball game. She'll be replaced by Hannah Phillips. Also, Maya Shelton checking in for the Knights as Logan Rouse will go to the line for the potential 3-point play. Boy, if Norwell scores at all in the first quarter, they're in the 80s.
Yeah.
64 points after just 7 in the first quarter, and Rouse converts the 3-point play.
They've just been so efficient since then.
Mullenkamp almost stolen away again. Norwell's defense has just been, stifling's not the right word, very opportunistic, stepping into passing lanes, getting hands on basketballs.
Yeah, and they're doing it without gambling. And that's sometimes you see an all-or-nothing defense that gambles but gives up a lot of easy layups. Norwell has not done that tonight.
There's another one. 10 turnovers now for Norwell turns it right back over and then gets it right back. Shelton for 3. Good. Maya Shelton with her 3rd 3. Aubrey Dunnick with another assist. Norwell with 68 points. Minute 26 left in this one. Kendra Mullenkamp up top. Norwell's come out of their trap and almost created another turnover. Shelby Caldwell will launch a three and miss it. The rebound controlled in the lane by Mullenkamp, and now Shelton pulls down the defensive rebound. Shelton the other way, misses the shot, and Hannah Dillon pulls down the rebound.
Less than a minute to go now.
In the corner, a long three. That's Hannah Alt. Boy, they just continue to launch threes. There's a whistle on the play.
It's going
to be a foul on 22. Yep. It'll go on Hannah Alt, her fourth. Coach Thornton's going to clear his bench here. Kaylee Filling, who's obviously not a bench player, is going to check in.
Probably going to see Henshin check in maybe at some point. Looks like Kylie Topp, who we haven't seen a lot of in quite some time, played 2 quarters in the JV game tonight. And also Grace Bratmuller is going to get some varsity time here. Good to see her get in.
Wilson's going to go to the line. Her first one, nothing but net. Norwell's done a really good job from the free throw line tonight. Also, a lot of substitutes here for Jay County as well as Claire Dirksen, Macy Weitzel.
Yep.
Both going to check in along with number 14, Aubrey Schwederman. Wilson's second one not good. The rebound was pulled down by Weitzel. And a foul's going to be called on Lauren Bales. It'll be her second. Kylie Topp and Vandenboom. Ashley Vandenboom in. As the shot underneath, I'm not sure who that is. I think it's number 30. No, it's not 30. 32.
I don't know. There's just kind of a mass of players in there.
Yeah, they're 32. Missed a shot. I don't have her on my roster. And it's thrown away. That'll be another turnover.
Now, she,
27 seconds left.
She is indeed wearing 32, so it must have been a late change because. Mm-hmm. But Norwell probably going to be able to dribble out the clock here, and they're going to win this one. A big-time comeback victory, trailed by as many as 12. And this is the type of game where sometimes things are not going your way in the first half, and you're able to come back and win by a big-time margin against a really quality Jay County
really
team.
Good team. Yeah, and they just exerted their will. The last 3 quarters of this game, specifically in the third quarter, the first couple minutes just absolutely dominated by the Norwell Knights. They broke out to an 8-2 run there early in that third quarter. We will take a break and do some figuring here, Derek. We'll be back after these words from our sponsors.
Looking for future leaders we can trust and believe in? Look no further than the high school student athletes right here in Indiana. High school sports teach young people how to be effective leaders. It begins by making their grades and being on time for practice. It includes learning to listen, following directions, accepting responsibility, being a good role model. And it's about respect for officials, opponents, the rules, and each other. The result? It transcends sports. It gives us hope for the future. High school sports. There's so much more than just a game. This message presented by the Indiana High School Athletic Association and the Indiana Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
At First Bank of Bern, we follow a set of ideals and values that define who we are. Honesty, integrity, respect, and compassion. They guide us every day in our work and in our lives because we believe banking should be easy and everyone should be treated with respect regardless of their account size. It's why people have trusted us with their banking for generations. It makes us who we are. First Bank of Bern. We believe in the value of people. Member FDIC.
Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop is so much more than a hardware store. They have a newly expanded housewares department. They carry Melissa and Doug toys, Yankee candles, and Willow Tree collectibles. Think of Reed's Gift Shop year-round for baby gifts, birthday, anniversary, showers, and for those everyday items you need to pick up. Men, you can get your hardware supplies and a gift for the woman in your life all in one stop. Reed's Do It Best Hardware and Gift Shop, open 7 days a week on Highway 1 North in Bluffton. We appreciate your business.
Troxel Equipment Company, a family-owned business, is dedicated to making you a satisfied customer with the best possible equipment, parts, and service. 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, and Wabash. You can find a full line of John Deere equipment, mowers and generators from Honda, blowers and chainsaws by Steel. Experience superior service and selection at Troxel Equipment, your solutions dealer. Find them online at troxelequipment.com.
At First Bank of Bern, we believe free should mean free. Not kind of free. Completely free. That's exactly what our free and easy checking account is. Free of fees, free of hassles, free of catches. You also get a free Visa check card, free online banking, free mobile banking, free telephone banking, free text and email alerts, and free e-statements. You get all this when you sign up for free and easy checking from First Bank of Bern. It's that simple. First Bank of Bern. Member FDIC.
Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice in Northern Indiana. Just like filling a medication prescription from your doctors, you have the right to choose who provides your physical therapy, and IPT accepts all insurance coverage. With extended hours, we are open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and offer same-day appointments. We have 17 conveniently located clinics with 7 in Fort Wayne and 1 each in Angola, Auburn, Bluffton, Columbia City, Goshen, Huntington, Kendallville, New Haven, and Warsaw. Contact Indiana Physical Therapy to start your therapy today. We will get you back to work, play, and life. Celebrating 29 years in business, Indiana Physical Therapy is your choice for physical therapy. Call 260-209-2464 or visit indianapt.com.
Do you know a 7th grader looking for a fun place to spend time with friends? Are you looking for an environment where your teen is surrounded by positive role models? These days, your middle school student is probably very interactive, but is he or she active? 7th grade is a time when sports become more competitive and provide less opportunity for the average child to be involved in physical activity. The YMCA wants to emphasize the value of a healthy lifestyle by offering a free Y membership to every 7th grader in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. It's the wise way of giving back to this community. Students thrive in a safe environment where they can grow in spirit, mind, and body. Get to your local Y and sign your 7th grader up for a free Y membership. It's that simple. Offer good for every 7th grader residing in Allen, Whitley, and Wells counties. For more information, stop by your local Y or visit fwymca.org or email hereforyou@fwymca.org.
Well, welcome back to the Castle as we're having some fun in the post-game show this evening. Norwell wins at 69-52. Greg, you've got the final stats.
That's right, along with my chair dancing. We'll talk about some numbers. Jay County as a team, 21 of 47 from the field. That's the one thing I didn't do was figure the percentages while I was horsing around. 21 of 47 from the field. Here's what's interesting about this. Jay County outshot Norwell in the first quarter 16-10. By halftime, that variance was down to 27-25. It was 40-39 after 3, and they ended up getting outshot 52-47.
Wow.
Just a really dominant performance in the second half by the Knights. Jay County was 9 of 24 from beyond the arc and just 1 of 2 from the free throw line. And some people will talk about the discrepancies. Jay County had 35 turnovers for the game, according to my numbers, and 21 rebounds. Individually, they were led by Hannah Alt with 18 points, 13 of those in the second half. Also in double figures was Kendra Mullenkamp. I had her for 11, 9 of them in the first half. Also in double figures was Shelby Caldwell. Shelby had 13, 6 in the first, 7 in the second. Also chipping in with 5 points apiece were Brianna Mullenkamp and Hannah Phillips for a total of 52 for the Jay County Lady Patriots. For your Norwell Knights, they were 24 of 52 from the field after starting out 2 of 10 in the first quarter. That means they were 22 of 42.
Wow, that's good.
Yep, that's real good. Over 50% for the last 3 quarters of the game. 5 of 15 from beyond the arc. Nothing wrong with that number. And then 16 of 21 from the free throw line. So they really capitalized from the free throw line tonight. They did commit 24 turnovers. You got to credit Jay County's defense for most of those. They had a few sloppy ones, but for the most part, Jay County, their defense was tough to deal with, especially in the first half. And then I had the Knights with 28 rebounds, so significantly out-rebounding the Jay County Patriots by 7 after having a 5-rebound deficit after the first quarter. Again, a tale of 2 games. Individually, they were led again by Logan Rouse in her second consecutive big game. I had her for 23 points on 8 of 12 shooting from the field, and I got to count up the free throws real quick. 7 of 9 from the free throw line and 0 of 1 from beyond the arc. Also, I had Logan for 7 rebounds. 4 players in double figures for the Knights tonight. Aubrey Dunnick just missed a double-double in my book. I had her for 11 points on 4 of 9 shooting, 3 of 6 from the free throw line, 5 assists and 9 rebounds. And I'm hoping Coach tells me they counted a 10th rebound in there for her somewhere. That's Aubrey I'm talking about, Coach. Nope.
Oh, for Aubrey? We had 11 rebounds for
11
Aubrey.
rebounds. So we got her for a double-double. Awesome. Yeah. I had her for 9.
I thought you were talking about Logan. She was 2 rebounds short of a triple-double in our stats.
Wow. That's awesome. Your stats obviously a lot more accurate than mine.
With 10 steals and 23 points.
Oh, 10 steals. Okay,
yeah. We had her on the steals.
I don't count the steals.
Oh.
Yeah. I can't keep track. If you haven't noticed, the head coach Eric Thornton here with us in the post-game show. We'll just finish running through these if you don't mind, Coach. Yeah. Also in double figures, I had Brielle Wilson for 10 on 3 and 9 shooting, 1 of 5 from beyond the arc and 3 for 4 from the line. Brianne Barger also with 10 points, 4 of 8 from the field, 2 of 2 from the line, and 0 for 2 from beyond the arc. I had Maya Shelton chipping in with 9, 3 of 6 from the field, 3 of 4 from beyond the three-point line. And then finally Kaylee Felling with 6, 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 1 from beyond the arc, and 1 of 1 from the free throw line. So we usually get the scoring pretty close. It's everything else.
Guys do a good job with that. Yeah. That's very accurate.
Well, considering we're using this tool as opposed to that tool. Folks, I'm holding a pencil. Coach is holding an iPad.
We still need those.
What a tale of 2 basketball games, Coach. After being kind of dominated in the first quarter and then playing pretty even in the second quarter, but absolutely jumping out in the third quarter. 8-2 run to start that third quarter is what I recall. The girls really came out of the locker room hot.
It was a strange game from a standpoint of not having school yesterday. The weather didn't allow us to practice.
Yep.
And it was just something that it's out of your control. And you just come in on a Tuesday. You've last seen your team on a Saturday after a very emotional kids just really excited about the build-up for that game on Saturday. And then you come to this, and it's a different feeling.
Yeah.
You know, nobody's doing anything wrong. Nobody's looking at it the wrong way. It's just not routine. And we tried to keep the pregame walkthrough, we try to keep it very positive and not talk anything negative about the circumstances surrounding tonight's game.
Sure.
Nothing negative. We tried to focus on what we could do to be successful, not what would hurt us if we did those things. So we wanted to be very aggressive in our thinking, visualizing what tonight could be, and tried to use it as an opportunity of, hey, look, this is what a sectional semifinal and a final could be.
Yeah.
This is a Friday night, hopefully winning that. That'd be our Belmont game last Saturday. Going into a championship game without talking about that potential opponent. So we tried to use that scenario. A little bit different, obviously, but we tried to use that as a positive opportunity for our kids. And, it's a very sluggish start. We were very, very passive. I think our defense got affected by our lack of making shots on our offense. I think our offense affected our defense at the beginning. And they were they were taking it to us. Yeah. And that's the Jay County I was worried about because they can play that way, and I've seen them beat Concordia. I've seen them almost beat Homestead. They're a little bit up and down basketball team, but boy, when they're good, they're really good. And our kids, we got out of what we were doing defensively. We tried to play a triangle a little bit at the beginning on their 2 scores, and we just did a really poor job. And we just decided, hey, we got to be more normal. Yeah. So we just went to our man-to-man and our 13. And when we started scoring and getting into 13, they didn't attack it like they did.
Right.
They did, and I think that was more us. Our effort last year was it was embarrassing. And our heart today really showed our effort increased. And once we started scoring and playing our 1-3-1, we were in 1-3-1 a lot tonight because we were able to score. And our turnovers, even though we did have some live turnovers, some of our turnovers weren't, and we could at least get set up in our 13 and keep them out of rhythm to what they're used to doing. So one of the best compliments we've had from an official this year is Jeff Lytle saying at the end, your team plays really good defense, but here's what I was most proud of. They do it without fouling.
Yeah.
And that was key tonight because we really anticipated passes well. We read
tremendous.
We read the eyes of passers. Yeah. Our hands were active. We were shooting gaps, and we got a lot off of that tonight.
Yeah. Well, and the top of that 1-3, especially Brienne. Brienne was so active tonight. I don't know how many balls she got a hand on that didn't result in turnovers, but just that wears you out as an offensive player on the other side.
It's a tough angle. Molenkamp, their point guard, I think it's the one that makes them go, number 20.
Yeah.
But she had 10 turnovers tonight is what we had for her. And she's a tremendous basketball player.
Very fast.
But she became very cautious against it, didn't quite know what to do. It took away her ability to drive to the right, which she is so good at.
Yeah.
You saw that at the beginning of the game. We really couldn't contain her in man-to-man early. But, our kids, Bree makes us different in 1-3-1 at the top. She's the perfect kid for up there. And like you said, she was very active. One of her best basketball games I've probably seen her play. Made such a difference. Even though she did score 10 points, I thought she made even more of a difference on the other end of the floor. And saw the floor well, made some nice passes. Our kids attacked their pressure better than maybe even I hoped. And our kids just got to stay hungry. That's what I hope they do.
Well, and again, I thought in that third quarter, Aubrey Dunnick just set the tone. I thought at the beginning of that third quarter, knocked down 3 of her first 4 shots. I had her for 4 assists in the quarter, and 3 rebounds, and just to give her credit with picking up the double-double. I thought her energy level coming out of the locker room in that second half was really exemplary.
It's funny. It's funny watching her lead this team, and I mean that in a very positive way. She said coming out of the huddle into the third quarter, she pulled them all in, and she
Good
goes,
for her.
She goes, hey, let's not screw around. And she brings a smile to my face.
Yeah.
And her effort plays. She's a beast out there, and she makes a positive impact, obviously on the floor. But the girl's really turning into a heck of a leader.
Yeah.
And we've had some talks about leadership this year, and she has taken those to heart, and she has become a tremendous leader. And, as I've told her, as she goes, we go. Yeah. And it's fun to have a kid like that on your team.
It's a lot of fun to watch play. They're all a lot of fun to watch play. It's been a lot of fun watching this team evolve over the year and the confidence that they're now showing. And we'll talk about that more. But but really a lot of fun to watch these girls play right now, Coach. And obviously done a great job with them. I thought a couple of the moves tonight, the set play coming out of the one timeout, that worked about as good as you
before half.
Right.
Yeah,
that was huge.
It was, and we just give Logan 2 thoughts: drive it, and if it's not there, kick it to the corner. And the drive wasn't there, and she kicked it, and credit to Maya for knocking that thing down. We really needed that to give us some momentum going to the locker room.
After that turnover. So
absolutely.
So, Coach, at New Haven on Friday night, I know that program has struggled now for a lot of years. What do you expect on Friday?
Well, I recommend, when New Haven was looking for a coach, I recommended Andy Ross for the job. Andy's a friend of mine back from the East Noble days when he was girls coach there. And then he went to Frankfurt, and then he came back. And Andy's a really good guy, and he's got a challenge. He's got athletes that he's trying to, as their boys program has, trying to make them more into basketball players. And Andy's he's the perfect guy for that job. And it's going to take a while, but you see some things from his team that's like an Andy Ross coach team. Very well coached. They don't have a shining one-loss record. But as I told our kids, we have got to continue to be hungry, and we've got to continue to understand what we need to do to get better. And as us being in the driver's seat, we cannot take anything for granted. We would be cheating ourselves if we were just looking at somebody's record and going, well, this is how this is going to go, because it doesn't work that way.
Right.
So we'll see a lot of zone. We've seen it most of the season. We've got to have great effort on Friday night. We've got to take care of business.
Well, Coach, thanks so much for joining us again this evening. Great effort by your girls tonight. A lot of fun to watch.
Thanks. That was fun to watch. It was.
Sure was.
Thanks you very much. Thanks, guys.
Head coach Eric Thornton joining us here in the post-game show. Derek, we've been through the stats, and boy, I'll tell you, it's a tough pick tonight. You've got Aubrey Dunnick with a double-double, Logan Rouse almost with an unconventional triple-double, 10 steals, 8 rebounds, excuse me. Who's your pick?
I'm going with Aubrey Dunnick.
Yeah.
I like her. She did get the double-double. She was able to do that. Logan just a hair away from a triple-double with steals.
It's crazy.
I don't know if we're going to see that again.
Yeah.
10 steals in a game is amazing.
And I'll tell you, the other one you got to make a big case for is Brienne Barger.
Yeah, she
was a beast defensively
She
tonight.
created so much on the top of that 1-3-1, especially in the backcourt. And a lot of times you see Norwell not extend the 1-3-1. They wait till they get into the half court. And tonight they were able to push it into the backcourt. It created so many turnovers, and that's where the vast majority of Norwell's points came from. We're in transition. They got easy baskets. They got layups. What a fun game to watch. I'm still going with Aubrey. I like her. She got the double-double, and she completely, for a time there, took over in the third quarter.
She really took over.
And it was during Norwell's big run that got them the lead, and then they were able to keep it.
Yeah, no, I'm good with Aubrey as the player of the game, but big props as well to Brienne Barger and Logan Rouse. Also, Brielle Wilson chipping in with 10 points, and I thought had a very solid all-around game tonight. Really just a good effort from everybody. They're becoming a lot of fun to watch. They moved now to 14-5. Jay County falls to 12-8 after the 69-52 Norwell win. So with Aubrey Dunnick being your player of the game, Derek, why don't you take us home?
I sure can. We'll be back online with you on Friday night as the Lady Knights travel to New Haven. They're going to be a big favorite there, but still an important game because if they win that game, they will secure at least a share of the Northeast 8 Conference title, and then they'll try to go for the outright title if they win that against East Noble to close out the regular season. So the final one more time, it's Norwell 69, Jay County 52. On behalf of Greg Van Meter and the entire Wells County Boys crew, this is Derek Decker saying so long and God bless.
We hope you enjoyed this high school sports broadcast on the Voice Sports Network. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
The preceding production is property of Voice Enterprises, and all rights are reserved worldwide. Thank you for listening to this production of Voice Enterprises, taking media in a new direction.